I was born in St. Louis, Missouri at Homer G. Hospital. I grew up in the 70s. I'm a Gen Xer, and it was great. We had a lot of freedom. Pretty much grew up early. We had a lot of responsibilities as kids. We were called latchkey kids,
Okay.
and so from kindergarten on, we had keys, we had chores, we had responsibilities in the home, and we were responsible for ourselves until our parents got home. So. Oh yes, absolutely, absolutely, and I believe in the world. Period. Once we got into the age of television, cable, uh, the web, the internet web. So we were there. My generation was there before, during, and probably after. So it's changed a lot as far as information goes. In the St. Louis area, I believe the youth have kind of like have been desensitized to some serious issues like politics, just human behavior, male and female, and then also to the genders have been kind of mixed up due to, I believe, the social media. You asked. So I was one of those roundaway girls. It's the girl next door. I was a member of the Normandy's track team. We were 86 state champs, Gold Normandy. I was captain of the cheerleading squad, also team drama club, jazz band, concert choir, jazz choir. Also to the I was in the student council, pom poms. Oh my God, I can go on and on, but that's for a start. I did. I attended Fisk University in Nashville, Tennessee.
Mhm.
I went to completed 3 years. I went to my junior year, and then I didn't graduate, but I completed medical career college. I had a baby. Her name's Amber. My junior year. No, I'm sorry, my freshman year. After my freshman year, so she was with me for 2 years, and we did it went as long as we could. And so I was being a mommy um, right after my junior year. Then I had gotten married. So I was doing the mother wife thing with the Scholar First Base with my ex husband. And so I grew up very fast once I had my daughter after my freshman year. Well, I had a series of a couple of other relationships, 5, 10 years apart, and I had a daughter, another daughter, and a son. But before all of that, I had lost our oldest sister. She passed away suddenly. And so I suffered through post traumatic stress disorder for about 15 years. But there wasn't talked about. Um, it wasn't dealt with. Let's put it that way. It was pushed under the rug. So after I had my daughter, got married, got divorced, seems as if I was kind of like experiencing a trauma coma for a while. Adulting kind of got me overwhelmed, and I suffered a nervous breakdown for about 10 years, which led to my active addiction. Well, I can say that privately, I kind of like lived a double life, if you will. And so I would say 5 years of that, but I spent 10 years in active addiction. Well, I think it was pretty much the last couple of years in active addiction. I could because I had tried treatment and rehabilitation before. However, I was going for my family, for my kids, and then finally I chose me the third time around. I went to rehabilitation. I completed the program as well as the aftercare program. And so I joined Narcotics Anonymous, and I ended up speaking on a platform of Narcotics Anonymous, and I also too sponsored other women who were struggling with drug and alcohol as well. I was their sponsor to help them with the 12 steps. It'll be 18 years, February 22nd, 2026. Oh, everything. Well, first I'll start with my self awareness because I was through the 12 steps, we do a fourth step, which is making a fearless and moral inventory of oneself, meaning the good and the bad, and you make a list of the pros and the cons of yourself, and then we pray to a higher power to help us with those things about ourselves we can't change on our own. And so I practice the spiritual principles. Also, too, I believe that I've been more honest. I made amends to myself and family and friends that I believe I have. And then what's changed since I got clean was opportunity. I placed myself in good places to where I can thrive and do better financially, emotionally, and spiritually as well. And that's through reading several different types of books, but mostly the Bible, and attaining it to my lifestyle and to where I feel like I need the help and changing for the better. Okay, so I started out with going to Jewish Hospital as a patient access rep. 8 months later, I became a lead in the patient access as a patient access rep lead, and there was like 80 women under me and some men. And what I did was I was kind of like the buffer between leadership and our team members. I did that for 2.5 years, and then I seen a position for a senior scheduler for a new position that was created for BJC Home Care Infusion. So I was the first senior scheduler, and I'm the only one still now today. It's only me, and I schedule patients, and I do a nursing schedule for infusion. All right, so this is how it started, just to be transparent. My first cousin, Gary, was the person in the family who made peach cobblers for every family event. I mean, every family event, he would have it. And he kind of gotten tired of making it, so he gave me the recipe. Because I asked him one day, hey, Gary, send me that recipe. I want to try and make it. So since then, I've tweaked it a tad bit and added a couple of things, a secret ingredient no one knows about. Okay. And so I baked for fun or just for family. And so someone mentioned you should sell these. I'm like, so I was selling at first a couple of years ago, whole pies, large, medium, and small. And those were far and few in between. So I got a grand idea of do cup size, one serving size. Okay. So I call them peach cobbler comfort cup. No issues at all. It's pretty easy. I just had to go on Amazon, I knew what I wanted actually, how I wanted my product to look. And then the idea just was just hit me as I went along. And so, so far, so good. And then I can sell when I want to because I love to bake. It's just like a hobby, really. Right. And then I've reached out to some local lounges and some people I've met throughout the years to see if I can sell in their establishments. And so those connections were pretty much come up for me. I'm glad I did meet these people. They're entrepreneurs themselves who own businesses, and they allow me to come in whenever I want, and I don't have to give them anything. Just have a good time, sell a good product, and so that's how I do it now. And then by order as well. The positive is that I sell to people I know. Or have seen before in the same circles. So that connection there was great. However, I have found that, and I'm wondering if it's just St. Louis. I probably so, because I have some who don't cheer for you, who cheer for everything else except for when you come up with an idea to make yourself money. Actually, I want to kind of like whatever God says at this point. I am prepared though. I have a connection with one of my besties, my best bestie in Atlanta, Georgia, who has a financier who's ready to finance if I need to expand, possibly get a small little venue where there's a large kitchen, a larger oven where I can make mass production.